It's really not that hard to get to where you want to be. When people think about going to the gym or going through a body transformation, they think they need to completely turn their life around. They think they need to have a lock in phase, the winter arc. They think they need this grandiose turning point, turning moment in their life where everything in their lifestyle changes and they're finally going to be locked in and they're finally going to get the results, the dream body that they've been thinking of achieving for the God knows how many years that has been. And the reality is, it's not that hard. It doesn't take that much effort. And that may sound privilege. That may sound like I'm taking a piss, but I'm genuinely for real. A lot of people refrain from starting because they think it's gonna be harder than it actually is. And most of the time, it's not about it's not about how hard it is, but it's about the duration and how much time you've actually spent committing to this thing. Because I am in a point in my life right now where I am pretty satisfied with my physique. Right now, I'm still trying to improve. There's a lot of areas that I look objectively at myself and I see, okay, I want this to be better. I want this to be slightly more like that. But it doesn't come out of a place of total insecurity and it doesn't come out of a place of feeling like I'm not enough. It's more so that I see a goal for myself and I see I'm quite a bit far from that goal and I'm going to keep moving forward towards that goal. I'm pretty lean at like 12% body fat right now. Although I'm pretty small when I do take off my shirt in front of people, people know I go to the gym. And to me, I'm pretty satisfied with that. And what's really interesting is that I did not put in this much effort as I did not put in as much effort as other people think I put in to get to where I am. A lot of people have been asking me, what kind of diet do you do to stay this lean? How much cardio do you do a week to stay this lean? Is the diet keto? Is it carnivore? Is it Mediterranean? Low carb, maybe? Or even low fat? Or do you do intermittent fasting where you only eat from noon until 8 p.m. and then you never eat again outside of those times? What are your macros looking like? What kind of workout program do you follow? And to me, I it's interesting because all of my answers to those questions were I don't know. I don't do cardio. I don't do any specific diet. And I don't really follow a consistent workout program. And genuinely, I think people get wrapped up in the idea or watching other people glamorize how much effort they put into the gym to see the result that they've gotten. And I genuinely believe that you can get 80% of the results with 20% of the effort, the 80-20 rule, right? People think that to get to where I am today, I had to follow a rigorous diet, that I had to follow a, a strict calorie tracking plan, that I had to follow an intermittent dieting structure, intermittent fasting structure. And or I had to make sure that I ate X amount of protein per day, X amount of grams of protein per day. And the reality is I didn't. For the first two okay, am I repeating myself? For the first 2 years of my bodybuilding journey, I didn't do any cardio. For the first 1.5 years, I didn't track any of the food that I ate. And when I did start, I tracked for 2 weeks and then I stopped for 6 months. And then I started tracking for 2 weeks again. And I stopped for 6 months. And the cycle repeated. And the most I've tracked in a streak was probably 3 months. And even then, I wasn't hitting my calorie goal every single day. They were 3 days consecutively or even more when I hit well below 500 on my goal. And there were days where I would absolutely crush it. I would hit fucking 700 above my goal. But the reality is, it doesn't take that much discipline. You could make absolutely zero changes to your lifestyle right now and only start going to the gym. Nothing else. 1 hour, 3 times a week. 10 minutes to go walk to the gym. 40 minutes of working out. And 10 minutes to walk back. And maybe 5 minutes of showering. And that's an hour, 3 times a week. That's 3 hours a week. You probably spend more than 3 hours on your phone doing bullshit every day. Like, let's be real. And it's gonna take a lot of effort to diet. It's gonna take a lot of effort to count calories, to make sure your macro or micronutrient intake is perfect. But you don't need all those things. Your nothing has to be perfect. Your sleep doesn't have to be perfect, and you genuinely could start doing jack shit except go to the gym and you would see results. I think people just should start going to the gym. They think because they haven't seen results that it's because they haven't been putting as much effort. It's because they haven't been doing this diet. It's because they haven't been doing fasting. It's because they haven't following the perfect program. It's because they haven't found the magic pill. Bitch, you've been working out for a month and you expect results. Just keep going to the gym for like 3, 6, 12 months. Even without any other changes to your life other than going to the gym 3 times a week, and you will see amazing results eventually. On my life, bro, on my life. Because it really doesn't take that much. If you're a beginner, you're gonna make insane amount of gains. Yeah, I'm kind of getting tired of talking about this because I already like kind of talked about it. I think I'll revisit this topic in the future. I didn't say everything that I wanted to because I already made kind of like a voice note talking about this where I went into more detail and I was a little bit more passionate. But I really wanted to record like an actual face-to-face. So I guess this was more training and practicing my speaking into the camera and to other people. But I'll probably revisit this topic in the future. Because I didn't say everything I wanted to because I was tired of saying it over and over again. And I think there's a lot of times where I just wanted to keep talking for longer and I just made some bullshit up. Not necessarily made some bullshit up, but just talked a lot of fluff and beat around the bush and not get to the point, which I don't think is the best thing ever. I think I should get to the point more often. But yeah, that was it. I'll probably talk about this again.